keep them coming. Let's get to the question since they did donate. Marlon Cozy wants to know what your reaction was to Uncle Luke dissing Dre. Before you go, I was all into it. I was dead into hip hop at that time, so I was really into both sides and everything, but I didn't know till years later that shit got really, really, really real. Like they got touched up in Miami, like they couldn't set foot in Miami, being in Dre in this camp over dissing Luke and stuff like that. I think they met up at like the Freaknik or something, but I don't know. What do you remember about that time when Luke and Dre were going at it?
I made $2,500.
Wait, what?
Oh,
yeah, duh. Yeah.
Hey. Well, no. That wasn't. I'm sorry. That was.
Oh yeah, you're not. No, Luke, Uncle Luke.
No, I didn't get paid from Luke. Now I didn't get paid from Luke. Luke just talk shit. Ruthless paid me the money for the picture. You know, that was one of them situations, man. That just, I don't know, because when you think about it, we all started off doing the same kind of music. Wrecking Crew and Luke was all doing the up-tempo dance music. Their shit was X-rated. Our shit was a lot more tamer, but it still was that freak shit. And, when it got to that, when it started getting like that, man, it stopped being fun, dude. It stopped being fun. And when you making music and you got to carry pistols and got to carry bodyguards because niggas is looking to get you as opposed to women, dude, there's something wrong with the program. When you out here trying to make music and you got to have security because you can talk so much shit, like our boy Charleston White. Charleston White. We got to talk about his ass. But yeah, that takes.
Oh, that was coming
all
up.
The fun at the concert, at the event. Come on, man. That's why I said that's why I went back to my other career as a club owner, because I ain't got time to be dodging and ducking bullets and shit, man. I'd rather deal with 100 niggas with a bad attitude and drunk than deal with one nigga with a gun.
Yeah, man. Before we move on to Charleston White, because we are going to talk about that for sure. Let's get to OG Steve's comment. He says, unfortunately, in this day and age, people, for the most part, have lost the love for the general art of hip hop and care more about if a rapper is a felon and on drugs. Comment on that, Lance?
He's absolutely right, man. I saw a piece the other day, and the guy was being interviewed, and he was saying, hey, man, if the streets was like it was at one point in time, it'd be a bloodbath. I'm like, man, maybe those kids, this generation of kids learned that the shit they other brothers and sisters was dying for wasn't that serious. And, it's like people glorify the death and the prison and all the negativity that plagues our community, but then they want to be respected as an OG. No, man. If you ain't trying to teach people to do better, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? What's your purpose? If you're not trying to make things better, you're part of the problem.
Yep. That's facts. Great questions. Keep them coming. I'm copying and pasting everybody's stuff. Before we move on, Lonzo, 2 Live Crew did have, they released several projects on Michel'le. I'm looking up from 87 to 92. They were releasing projects on Michel'le. I didn't even know Michel'le was really around in the 90s. They were still doing their thing in the 90s.
2 Live Crew come out of San Bernardino. They met Luke. They was the 3 of them, I think it was. They were doing their thing already. They had I remember a song they had on Michel'le called MFSB, motherfucking son of a bitch. Okay. Don was smoking cigarettes like a motherfucker. Lonzo, they got a record called MFSB, motherfucking son of a bitch. What am I supposed to do with this? I don't know. That ain't my problem. He was chain smoking. Don was a little short white boy, might have been 5'6", smoked like a chimney, and he was easily rattled, especially when it came to black folks. He was easily rattled when it came to black folks. And man, some of the shit that came through Don, and that was one of those things that just shook his goddamn cage to no end. Motherfucking son of a bitch. MFSB.
Gotta look that song up. I've never heard of it. That's hilarious. I love stories like that. Since we're almost halfway through, let me remind everybody to hit that like button. If you haven't already, please smash it now. We need some more likes. And if this is your first time tuned in, you are tuned in to Not Without Alonzo. I am Dusty Vision. That is Alonzo Williams, the godfather of West Coast hip hop. If you're not familiar, do your Googles. Shout out to Willie Mo. Thank you again for that $9.99. He says, "What's up, Lonzo? What's up, Dusty? Keep on keeping on, my brothers. We will definitely do that." Well, yeah, the biggest story, I guess, of the last few days, Lonzo, would be CHARLEST0N WHlTE. Our boy CHARLEST0N WHlTE was doing a comedy show. Some people in the audience started heckling him. A couple of them approached the stage. CHARLEST0N WHlTE hits one of them with like a pot of flowers or a plant or something, and dude presses forward again. CHARLEST0N WHlTE hits him with a microphone or tries to hit him on the microphone. Dude keeps going forward. CHARLEST0N WHlTE grabbing a chair. Meanwhile, his boys are all running from the scene. They got on him and started whooping him up. But then, 2 hours later, he hopped on YouTube and he didn't have a scratch on him. What's your thought of the whole thing, Lon?
Well, you know what? As a comedy promoter, as a club owner, hecklers are part of the game. A good comedian don't antagonize the hecklers. A good comedian finds a way to shut them up, make them laugh, or ignore them. Okay? But I know watching that, I saw the video. He was antagonizing them folks to come whoop his ass. Okay, he was trying to say because they both had on Laker gear or something like that, they may have been a part of the alphabet community. I don't know, but it was embarrassing, and he didn't have the comeback skills to get past that. OG Steve, I still see you, baby. Much love. He didn't have the stage presence to shut him down. You're never supposed to get involved with the hecklers. You find something, you say something, you find a way to shut him down. Either shut him up or shut him down. One of the two. And he didn't do that. He fed into it, and it just escalated. And next thing I know, I saw him trying to get off the stage with covered in a Laker jersey. There was no scars, but you can't keep pressing your luck like that, dude. You can't keep pressing your luck like that. You can't keep doing that, and because that was a paid gig, that's going to affect the gigs coming up. That's going to have an effect on your bookings, because people, as a promoter, if you get hurt, I got to pay that. I'm responsible for your ass. My insurance company, it ain't going to want to book you or nobody else after that. It's going to make it difficult. This is the part that cats don't understand when it comes to business. When you out in these streets, when you in these arenas, auditoriums, whatever clubs, whatever the case may be, the club owner is responsible for everything happening. Whether you fall, slip on a piece of ice, the band hit you with a guitar, or you get your ass for being a smart ass comedian, people still gonna sue the club. Give a damn. For some reason, your mouth is my responsibility. That's the bullshit, but that's how the game go. And that right there, those kind of situations will hinder his progress trying to build a comedy career. He's a funny motherfucker, but he's a disrespectful funny motherfucker. And somebody, that shit right there can get on the person's skin and make a motherfucker want to whoop your ass. You may call the police, but they motherfuckers got at least a 10 to 15 minute response time. You got 15 minutes of ass whooping coming at least before the cops get there. You got a good 15 minutes. 15 minutes is about 5 good rounds. You can get fucked up in 5 rounds, especially if somebody bigger than you. I'm just saying.
Yep, facts, dude. When should a person like CHARLEST0N WHlTE or someone else who's climbing up that ladder, when should they start thinking very seriously about getting security?
He probably got security now, but you on stage and your security trying to let you do your thing, not trying to overreact. And homeboy hopped on that stage like he was part kangaroo. So the security didn't have a whole bunch of time to react. That nigga's on the stage, big nigga, hopped on that stage like a goddamn kangaroo and had CHARLEST0N WHlTE looking for the goddamn exit, like Snagglepuss, exit stage right. And I don't know whether he slipped, fell, knocked down or whatever, but you 150 pounds, that dude was 2-something plus. He's bigger than me. and with attitude. That's not a good look, Doc.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and that, like you said, that could affect his future money also. You know what? Speaking of money, Lonzo, I would love your thoughts on this. Everyone has been posting their year-end Spotify numbers this past week, and